stream thing, it's different every time I hit it. It looks different on Streamlabs, but that's the thing. Well, we're live, pal. We're here.
We're here.
We've thinned the herd, though, from our TEW 2016, starting off with like 1 million people streaming, and there being tons and tons of people involved in GM roles or multiplayer saves or whatnot. But it's boiled down to you and I at 11:30 at night at
Okay.
War of the Immortals, going into an impact save. Of course, people may join us, maybe some surprises here and there, but we're pretty much relaxing, taking it, not going 100 miles per hour at the moment. More of like a good, calm, like 40 miles per hour, maybe 35
We just
in a
chilling.
school zone. So, still breaking the law there at that point. But this is the final TW 2016 stream. It seems really weird to say because within the last, 4 years, of the game being out, and I mean, I've been playing this game longer, the adaptations of the series, but it just feels weird to say that this is what it's culminated to, because essentially you and I met, Chris, in
16 was
2016.
the first game 16 was the first of the TEWs I actually bought.
It was also the first year we met.
It
So
was.
now it's going into like phase two, if you think about it. So we'll now be going into glory and honor to TW 2016. We raise a glass to you. It's the Gaming Hall of Fame, essentially. If I was to pick Wrestling Gaming Hall of Fame, TW 2016 is up there. Now, even though in my opinion I feel like 2013 was a bigger jump than 2013 to 2016, I feel like if you went from 2013 to 2016, you didn't miss a beat. It's, there wasn't a big learning curve. You just knew what you were doing. Now, if you went from like 2005, 2008, 2010 to 2013, I think they added more and took away some stuff too. But I'm curious to see 2020 this Thursday from 2016 to 2020 how big of a leap it's going to be. I think it'll be a bigger leap than 2013 to 2016, honestly. So I don't know. What about you? What are you thinking on this? I'm just signing up our crew here, bringing back the aces and eights for my impact, and I'll showcase that to people. I know people are probably confused. They're like, "Why are you hiring Wes Briscoe?" So,
Dude, we love Wes Briscoe. He's great.
did Wes Briscoe ever hold a title, Chris?
Wes Briscoe didn't deserve a title.
You have Impact Plus, so you could say if he ever held one at
I don't
all.
believe. I don't believe he ever. I believe, as it pertains, they really dropped the ball on the aces and eights in real life.
Really?
They really
I.
really did because if you think about it, yeah, Bully Ray held the world title.
Mm-hmm.
Devon had the Legends title at that point or TV title.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's had a million different names. It was one of those. He had that belt. I don't believe any of them ever held the tag titles, which I would have put the tag titles on Briscoe and Bischoff.
Man, I'm gonna have to do my shows on Fridays, dude. I'm looking at my
Yeah,
schedule of just like who's open
you
on
got to
what
keep
days.
away from people.
Yeah, because I have Thursdays, but then Thursdays I can't use Abyss or Steve Carino. So,
What other company are they in?
ECW and the other TNA.
Oh,
So
geez.
we're in the Impact Wrestling that is in Canada land. So, yeah, we'll look at some of the titles here and my lineage of this save. I've been going on since January, so about 7 months. Chris and I got involved in the Brawl for All Part 2 Electric Boogaloo. So we had the Grand Melee Trophy, which Shane Thorne won the tournament. We just threw some no names together and we didn't pick a winner. And he won, actually. So that was a crazy thing. I think next time we need to spin a wheel to see who wins. But I mean, I guess it kind of works out if they're slugging it out and this dude's got the highest momentum and stuff, right?
Yeah,
So,
if he's in everything, it's kind of like what we did with Wrestle Nation,
yeah.
where we didn't really know who we wanted to win that.
Yeah, I think a Wheezy, was a Wheezy Woo? Somebody.
No, it was what's his face? It was the Josh Woods,
Josh Wood. No, I
who
don't
is
think,
actually now in Ring of Honor.
I don't think it was Josh Woods.
Oh, I
Maybe,
thought it was
maybe,
Josh
maybe
Woods.
for you it was Josh Woods. But for me, I feel like Wheezy Woo sticks out for some reason. That was one. I think that wasn't there a female part also. There was a male and a female part.
Oh, there was males and females. Another one that sticks out to me, just since we're also just because that was again a part of the 2016 lineage,
Hmm.
and this is our, I guess, review of the whole 2016 overall.
I feel like I
Another
gotta
one
bring
that
back
sticks out
Bagul,
is,
honestly.
do you
If I
remember B.J. Hancock?
don't like I have a, yeah.
Do you remember? I was gonna say B.J. Hancock was the one that really stuck out to me because that was the one that really made that whole thing because it was like, you know what? Let's do it. Why not? We throw foot fetish on a guy.
I'm choking on that one. That's how goodness got me there on that one, Chief. I think my favorite save would have to be probably all the live streams we either did with Impact. It always goes down to Impact, honestly.
Impact was always a
So
fun one to play with because there was so much you could do with it, and it wasn't like, but it wasn't like you could world beat with it. Like in WWE, I feel like WWE, you just sit back and book if you're just trying to chill, if you're just
you can
sitting
do
back
anything in
doing whatever.
WWE. I mean, shoot, we
WWE
put
has
Rick
no
Victor
limits.
on the map.
There's
You know,
literally no limits in WWE. You could, we showed you that with obviously another save. Go back to Rick Victor.
the brand
We went.
splits.
We took it. We literally took him in the brand split. We had no intentions on using both the Ascension.
Yeah, one became the bunny or something, and the
I
other one,
specifically
well,
told Dom I didn't want Connor.
what did you see in Rick Victor? What was that?
Um, I'm a Florida Championship Wrestling guy, so his character in Florida Championship Wrestling was a very Dolph Ziggler-esque character.
Hmm.
Before he became the Ascension, he was a Dolph Ziggler-esque character, and I really enjoyed that. And it was like, hey, we could do this, and it was something that no one was doing, which is something I always like to do. I like to do things that no one does because if you're doing the same save that everyone else is doing, what's the point?
Yeah, I especially liked it because we took somebody who, yeah, I really wish I had those saves left because there's a ton of saves we've gone through and just had so much fun with, but hard drive failures are not fun. And that save in particular, I think we can watch the videos. Like, there's a whole playlist of them. But from my memory, is that we took Rick Victor, who was like lower mid Carter, and we just built him up. Then he got like a U.S. title reign, I think, and then the big culmination of like winning the WWE Championship, and then he had like a little group with him. I think, it was getting wild, and like we were also competing against SmackDown and ECW, and
And that's another thing about about the big saves I really like that we
mhm.
always that we always had is everyone books in their own way.
Yeah, I don't. That's the other thing too. I don't know if we'll be able to get everyone back together on the same page like that ever again. Like even people who weren't talking, essentially. So yeah, it is kind of just it is what it is. So, but
Well, you always have us too.
you always have us. We get people involved here and there, so it's just like I said, taking it slow and seeing what 2020 has to offer, and then bringing people in, and yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is kind of repeat history with 2013 almost, so and how I recorded with 2013. So AEW is interesting. I still don't know how to feel about AEW. Every time I book it, it feels like WWE Light. Whenever I book
Oh no,
Impact, I
I
feel like
feel
I
the
can
same way.
do with Impact. I feel like I can do anything. It's like, I could bring back Death Council and just run with that. Whereas here I'm gonna get aces and eights and run with that. And you could build someone as a single star and sign away WWE talent. With AEW, I feel like it's more of like I want the small dudes, like cruiserweights of.
Yeah, you're really just booking an indie company.
Mm-hmm. All right. I think I'm gonna switch. TV controls Impact is now on Friday nights, which is interesting, given that I have a pay-per-view also on Friday nights. So I guess we'll do, we'll do it Impact style.
Move them to Saturdays.
My calendar is not a fan of Saturdays because Steve Corino will be gone. So I mean, Steve Corino will never work Saturdays. Now he is a colored commentator, but he can wrestle too. So All Elite Wrestling versus Global Force Wrestling. I
We
don't
could
think
go weekly pay-per-views.
Nathan's saying for TEW 2020 do All Elite Wrestling versus Global Force. I don't think that'd be much of a challenge because it's Global Force. I do think All Elite Wrestling versus TNA though.
All Elite
Now
Wrestling versus TNA versus Ring of Honor, I feel like would be a nice three-way save.
that would be a nice war in War of the Immortals because they all start off as
Because I'm
cult
gonna be honest
companies
with
basically.
you, no one AEW, people can say whatever they want about AEW in the current as it pertains to the real world.
Mm-hmm.
In TEW, it will take you years upon years to even remotely try to defeat WWE.
Oh yeah, well even in the WCW versus WWF, like
Oh, that took
it
years.
it
It takes
it
forever.
yeah, you have to grind
Especially
down
when
stuff.
you get them right in that like 96, 97 range where both companies are strong.
Yeah.
Oh, it's back and forth punches and no one's budging.
Especially because those are Ryan, you on Discord?
Oh yeah, hop on in, my
Ryan
man.
Naughton said, "Get me in the stream." I'm like, "You on Discord?" Well, he can tell some
Dude, I would
stories
love to have
too.
Ryan. Ryan can talk about our stuff with
So,
us.
it's one of those things where, oh shoot, what are we going on about? You make me lose train of thought. I think this was more of yours with, no, I got it. Speaking of WWF versus WCW, one of the first big series. Let me find Ryan on here.
Oh yeah, that was Ryan.
Ryan.
I found you through that.
What is his name on Discord?
Ryan, I don't know. I've not talked to him on Discord.
Let's see. PM me on Discord. PM me on Discord. Through ISR? Question mark. So yeah, what I was going with the train of thought here was with the historical databases like Mantra, Aftermath, and all that. They're kind of geared towards like WCW gets screwed. Like WCW will hit like the not even like a couple blocks down, like they're hitting the surface level of what they are, like they're gonna get knocked down. So first you need to join this Discord, and then I can invite you here because I can just add you as a friend. There we go. Same man need of a break. We're gonna get Drew Hankinson. Hopefully that doesn't mess with anything there.
Holy moly!
All right, Ken Kennedy. Let's get him as Mr. Anderson. Oh, dude, aces and eights, Mr. Anderson. Let's go. D'Lo. We need to get him as D'Lo of aces and eights. Say something like War of the Immortals. Make it real easy. TW 2020 5-way battle. AEW versus ROH versus Impact / TNA versus MLW versus AAA. NXT is a thing too. I don't think AAA would play much of a factor unless it came to like international.
I've tried to book AAA.
I've tried to. I can only get into it if I'm doing goofy stuff like with the clowns. That's my problem.
Like the closest I got to being able to book was when I did Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground was the only way I could book the Lucha style of wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. We got Garrett Bischoff and Nux. Now we need Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe. They're going to be aces and eights. 2. I think Ryan's back in here. Let me see. Radar. Alright. Where are you at? It's going to put us in a new call, by the way, so get ready, Chris. There you are.
Cool.
Great. TEW 2020 group. Join call. Share screen. Share screen. Hey. You know it gets slitty when the original Versus gets in here. Alright, you excited?
How's it going, you two?
I'm pretty good. I'm surviving. I'm thriving. You know,
I'm doing wonderful.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Was our WWF versus WCW, was that in 2016? Or?
It was right at the beginning of 2016. It was probably in 2016, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn your volume a little bit down.
The end of an era. We played so much of this game.
I know. I played so much of it. I got sick of it, and I'm pretty sure within the last year, I didn't play it that much. You know, it honestly wasn't until recently when they said when a guy made a converter for your saves. If I would have known about that a year ago, I would have definitely had like a long-term save and brought it into 2020. And
so can you convert saves into 2020?
Yes. You can convert a save into a database, and then the database you can convert into 2020. And yeah, it's because so.
They don't care along your storylines too.
I don't know. That's a good question. Like if you write down storylines, I don't know.
Like if you actually use the storyline booker thing.
I'm thinking of it more as this way too. So if I'm doing a save and then, say I'm playing as WWE and TNA dies, if I want to bring back TNA and recall them Impact, I can do that because you converted the save into a database, and then with the database, anything's possible. Like you could bring back dead people, you could injure people, you could do whatever, So. D-low, we got aces and eights. 3.
What are you guys most excited for in TW20?
Playing as the developmental, honestly.
Yeah, that was mine also.
Because what I was saying is, and I don't know how it's gonna run. I hope it gets to the point where like they'll come to you and tell it, like you'll get notes if you're just booking the developmental. You'll get notes from the main roster that says, "Hey, this guy's getting called up and da 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 da." Find a way to put him off television.
Yeah, I hope they give you like a couple weeks notice. I hope it's not 1 week, because I've definitely had problems before in this game where it's like, hey, homeboy's leaving the company in like 5 days, and you're like, well, shoot, I have a show in 6 days. So like, yeah. Yeah, I think I'll end up doing a child company save. I think I'll end up doing like an NXT or something. So
yeah, I was gonna do an NXT save, and then my friend was gonna do an NXT in the same game, an NXT UK save. So
I want to know how that works out. Like, are you the owner? Or are you the booker? Does the booker then listen to the owner, who then listens to the other owner? Is it gonna break for multiplayer saves if I'm playing as WWE and you're playing as WWE NXT?
Yeah,
like I'm really curious how this is all gonna pan out, but we'll have our answers very soon, ladies and gentlemen. So
what is it, next Friday?
Oh, Thursday.
Not this upcoming Friday?
This Thursday will be the demo. Next Thursday will be the full release. What's good? Dane, you jumped in here too. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm still on the fence about what I want to do. I think I'm more geared towards Worthy Immortals because I can just do anything with it, Okay. But and it makes it really good for multiplayer because then people can just do whatever they want to do with it. So if Chris wants to do WW 2000 and I want to do AEW and Lane wants to do New Japan or Ryan wants to do Michinoku Pro, like you can do whatever you want. Yeah. So it's just whatever you want to do. Tell me your favorite stories for TW 2016, because Chris and I already did ours. What are your guys', Dane and Ryan?
What was the definitely the playthroughs we did together? Didn't we do a Raw vs SmackDown?
We did Raw vs SmackDown for a bit, yeah. It didn't go as far as our
Wait, was he involved in the clocks one?
I don't believe
I
so.
don't think so. I think that
I was
was
gonna
like
say
a
that's
live
another
stream.
good memory of mine. That's another.
WCW versus WWF. That was probably a very good memory of TW 2016. That was probably one of my favorites. We should
Yeah.
go ahead.
I have two
You know what I'm
favorites.
talking about, the clocks one, right, Dom?
For Sub-Zero, I'll be doing Seaverse when the game first drops, and then it's pretty much just modded after that. I don't get too much into Seaverse. For me, honestly, the worlds are really nice. It's the art style. I'm not a fan of that art style. It's kind of like the Thunderverse. Not crazy about that art style. I think it's, cool, but me personally, I can't get into it. It's kind of like the new Killing the Business, a really good database, but I don't like the pictures. But I mean, you can change that with those. Whereas Seaverse, it's kind of harder to do that. So
I feel like I really liked our impact save that we all did.
Nathan
together.
says his favorite TEW 2016 is the 11-hour longest stream at GFW. It actually is 25 hours, and it was
GFW. Holy crap! I forgot about that
And-
company.
I honestly can't remember, Chris. Did it start off as Impact and then we turned it into GFW during there?
I think it went halfway through.
It was
halfway
it was
through.
a 25-hour stream though. I
Shit.
guarantee you that.
Was that the 24-hour thing you were doing? Or
Yeah, we did.
that one time?
We did 25 hours of TW straight. YouTube only kept 15 hours or 12 hours.
They only
So-
kept like a portion of it.
That's what bothered me because it is the longest live stream ever of TW. Because what other psychopath would do that?
How long was it?
25 hours.
Yeah, but
I
we went
sat on my
5 hours
ass
straight.
25 hours with multiple people because I remember Chris would go to sleep, somebody else would wake up, Zach would go to sleep, Zach, would wake up later, somebody would be like, I'm back from work, you just revolving door, and then you'd be like, what I missed, and it's like, well, Bagul's here, the War Raiders are doing, or no, it was Falaba and I think Mario Bakura or working with Bagul, like things were just getting crazy, and I loved it. I really wish I had those saves. So dude, a hard drive failure is the worst thing to ever happen to a TW player. Not even gonna lie.
Mhm.
So
I love how you're trying to reference the ice cream.
yeah, I was getting into that. That was never one of the greatest saves. Also, was an impact
Yes.
save that was just never.
That's what I was trying to say.
It was just never. Sorry, I was
Recorded?
confused because of why Brother Devon had a mask for a second. I was like, "What's?" I think he just.
That one was crazy. He had that Kevin Nash bowling trophy.
Oh yeah.
We had the hibachi.
The ice
plate.
cream invitational.
Yeah, that was never recorded or streamed, and so much craziness happened there. Like, we had a save where somebody had had a baby, and then the baby got killed by Bully Ray. But then Papa Shango did a ritual,
that.
and he transferred the soul of the baby into Low Key, and then Low Key.
Low key.
Was killed essentially because he had no soul. His soul was like floating in
Low-key
orbit.
became baby. Yeah.
And then Low Key, well, the baby who went into Low Key's body then transferred his soul into Batista because he
and then
needed a
Batista became
stronger.
baby.
He needed a stronger body to take on Bully Ray, and then he attacked Bully Ray at a hibachi grill and basically almost killed him.
Jeez.
The only thing that didn't
What
happen
a-
was he wasn't arrested, which would have been funny. And Baby couldn't speak, and it was agreed on that AJ Styles would take care of the baby because he didn't want, I think, Spud and someone else to take care of it.
It was Spud and freaking Mad Dog 20 or whatever the hell his name is.
And then-
M Dog 20.
All while we have an ice cream faction who is literally trying to take everything over.
But the ice creams.
I don't know. It started out with the ice creams, then they got fired because they weren't good enough.
Yeah, it was the
It
Hardys.
started
And
out
they
with
were
the
in the
ice
ice
creams.
cream.
It started out with Matt Hardy and the ice creams, and then the ice creams weren't good enough, so the ice creams got fired. Then we brought in the War Ice Cream Drivers, which was just the War Raiders.
Oh yeah.
And then we brought in who else came in? There was somebody else really random that I was just saying, you know what? Samuel Shaw randomly got thrown into the group.
Yes.
Dude, I'm a fan of Sam Shaw. He's great.
Remember when we made MVP wanted to kill himself because he wasn't the baby daddy of ODB?
Yeah, MVP was mad that he
That was
wasn't
where
the
the
baby
baby came from, by the way.
Yeah.
It was ODB.
Yeah, MVP. Awesome Kong was there too, wasn't she?
I think so. ODB was the mother of the baby. MVP wanted to be the dad. D'Lo Brown was accused of being the dad, and he was like a free man afterwards, and he was very happy that he wasn't the father.
CM Punk
MVP
had
became depressed.
CM Punk had a cancer that was his staph infection then became a tumor that became a cancer, and then Dr. Wagner Jr. had to cut it off, but then it started growing because Papa Shango had infected this growing infection that had Punk's DNA into it, and then it became like Punk's child, which was actually just, I think, Kip Sabian or something. It was just like KS or Kip Punk or something like that. KC
Sounds
Punk.
right. Kip
something.
Sabian, a cancer? That's right.
I think Kip Sabian. He's pretty cool. I wonder if he's in the save. He's probably not in the save yet. Kip. There he is. Yeah, he's in there. He's in Defiant.
We had Chubley. So. The Miracle on Chubley Street.
Yeah. Because what happened in that save, it was a wild save. That one really should have been
it was one of the
recorded
best,
stream. Yeah. He Chris Jericho always gets fat in TW for some reason.
Every time. I don't know why.
So instead, a little bit of bubbly with a little bit of chubbly.
Yeah, because he got fat.
Ivan said he thought the kid would be Jimmy Havoc. But I think Jimmy Havoc's is he older than Punk, or is he around the same age as Punk? We had to get someone young. Why am I looking at War of the Immortals? Everyone's like 20 years old in this, yeah. I don't know why I'm looking here. It's crazy. I actually managed to sign everybody for aces and eights. How about that? Everybody except for like Taz. So
we should put Scotty Riggs aces and eights.
Scotty Riggs, yeah. You need a guy with a good eye patch, dude. You know.
We can put the aces and eights logo on the eye patch.
I want to give a shout out to Shane, who whenever I had a story in the Impact save, he was like, "I'm gonna fuck it up," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
He was all excited. I like to give.
He's like, "Oh, let me do this."
I like to give a shout out to JoJo for the hibachi grill and put Gay Kim because she couldn't say Gail Kim's name. She kept on calling her Gay Kim, and Sonata in a relationship.
Oh, that was weird.
She did that before Otis and Mandy did their storylines. So I'm just saying, we're pretty good at predicting storylines and wrestling.
I'm just saying, it wouldn't be the first time TEW tried to steal from us.
Yeah, we got to look back. There's one of these Impact things that happened that just like it correlated with what was going on. I know one in particular was Conan. We did a drive-by shooting with Conan and all them. Oddly enough, Impact later would do
with,
one. LAX.
Kingston, yep.
Yeah, both
I still remember watching that episode and I said, they better not do it. I was literally, because they kept alluding to it.
And they murdered that kid.
They did it.
And I said, they better not do it. They did it.
He's like, this is war.
What was that fat team you came up with that you said they stole? Chris? Some sort of fat guy alliance.
Oh, dude, when they had all the fat guys together against KM, because KM was picking on all the fat guys.
Yeah.
Need
you
a
told me you
faction
did something
called
similar.
Oh no, well, I had a fat guy team because I put all the fat guys together.
KM isn't an Impact anymore, is he?
I don't believe so. There's some people who fell through the cracks, and I don't think they ever got a proper send off. And there's some people who I honestly forgot were still there. Follow Bob's still there, which is really good for him.
A lot of weight. Also,
he's in a team with T.J. Perkins.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Stampede Wrestling hates us. That's great. That's nice.
What did we do?
We exist. We exist.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all Impact does. They exist, and people are mad about it. Here's our champions, by the way. So the TNA Grand Melee Trophy, which is the inaugural Brawl for All ripoff.
It's the Brawl for
Shane
All,
Thorne. Yeah. Impact Grand Champion Killer Cross. Knockouts champ Brooke Tessmacher. Edge is the world champion. World Tag Team Champions Jake Crist and Dave Crist, and X Division Champ Desmond Xavier. So pretty good roster
Did
here.
Shane Thorne get a push after his?
He did. He got a pretty good push. He
Really?
yeah, he won the Impact Grand title, and he got so high up there from the push. Like he went from like enhancement talent to like a solid mid carder and balances between upper mid carder now, because he beat Sam Callahan and feuded with OVE, and then Killer Cross beat him because now it's time for Killer
He ran
Cross's
through
push.
that tournament.
He ran through it, dude.
What's the next Grand Melee?
Not soon enough. Next year.
Was
I
it,
won't.
like,
I won't be
April?
continuing this save. Sadly, I will not be continuing this save in TW 2020. You know, maybe I'd do it as a stream thing, but I feel like I just would start afresh. So this is an open invitation for you guys if you want to do anything multiplayer wise. I know, like I said, I'll be doing the Cornellverse when the game first comes out as a live stream for a bit, one of the days, and then I'll kick it off into a normal save series, which I'll be uploading, just record and then put it up. And so yeah, I'll probably have, you know, a stream save, hopefully a multiplayer save. Hopefully the multiplayer save is the stream save, because that would make it easier. And then of course, you know, the main recording save. So, and I wanna stick to it. I wanna go long term with it. So, Impact's a hard one because I've done Impact a bunch. I really haven't done AEW too much. Haven't done like ROH or anything like that. So I mean, I really
I've
wouldn't
done
be opposed
AEW.
to those. AEW just feels like an alternative Impact or WWE Light. So that's when I'm like, you know.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is.
I
ROH
think you
is a
should
different
do.
one.
I think you should do AEW and make Yuka Sakazaki a real genie with real powers.
I want the who's the girl?
I feel like that's the one thing that we could do with them with AEW is the fact that it's basically a meme of a company.
We could bring back Lucha. That'd be a fun one.
Lucha would be a fun one because
Lucha would
we
be
could try
fun.
to tell like an actual story outside of wrestling.
Especially because of all the like pre-taping and the cinematic matches. You guys can't
Well,
forget
how's
about
that
that
going
one.
to work?
I forgot about
How's
that
the
ad.
pre-taping going to
So
work?
I'm very curious about that one too, because cinematic matches are something that you kind of pre-tape. So I don't,
Yeah.
you know, but then they've also used the thing of like you can't pre-tape cinematic matches like a bunch. So I'm really curious. And they say that you can't get injured or botched during a cinematic match. I don't think that's true at all. Because Taker, he actually busted his hand breaking that glass. Because what was it? The story goes is that they tried to
He
break
Goldberged
it like
himself.
3 times and boom. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that'll get changed because I know some stuff always gets changed around. So maybe that'll be a thing. It seems weird you would want the more realism of your people getting injured during that. So it's just weird, but I could see it both ways for the argument. So take it at the Goldberg window spot. You got that right. Who's our girl from Impact or AEW, by the way, who does the Queen, the Freddie Mercury look?
Emi Sakura.
Yeah. Emi Sakura. She trains a shit ton of women in Japan too.
So I'm trying to figure out how I want to introduce aces and eights. Like I think we're just gonna boom bang right there,
Boom, bang.
bring everybody
Just
in.
do what they did in regular Impact, where they take out somebody who's over.
Well, I'm thinking, do they just go straight and take out Edge, who's world champion?
I think Edge would be a nice bet.
Yeah, right off the gate, take off Edge, and then Edge and the AEW boys, basically. Because, I mean, then you would have Edge, Kenny, Cody, Punk, and Kofi. What is that? Let me see. Edge, Kenny, Cody,
Main event
Kofi.
Mafia.
I'm missing somebody, and that could be like a 5-on-5, essentially. for a match
And we could
eventually.
do that for we could do that for lockdown.
Yep. I was going there. I gotta see what the next pay-per-view is. 1 second. It is Impact Ground Zero. So, and that's next week. So, we have this
Is
show,
that a real
next show.
event or is that a generated?
That is a real show, by the way. I
did
was
not
looking
know
through
that.
the names of stuff, and that is one of them. So, technically, we don't have that many events, so I had to make a bunch because if not, we're not going to get the popularity. And right now, it's not necessarily about making the monies. And it's more about just getting the size and the importance and the popularity. And I'm very curious about how TEW 2020 will handle that, because I know that is a different beast, essentially, to work with there. Emi Sakura, is that our Freddie Mercury girl?
Yeah.
I'll have to see after this. So we'll kick off the show. We'll do pretty normal.
Yeah.
I think we'll have something with like spicing up the main event, which will be Edge and who else? Edge and who will we face tonight?
I don't know. Who's over?
Not
D'Lo Brown.
We're not gonna do Punk. Well, D'Lo's
I was
coming
gonna say
in.
put him up against someone else who's over, or that you can have him attack. Like put some that'll end up being in his group at the end.
Abyss.
Who?
No, remember how you named those 5 guys that would go up against the Aces and Eights?
Yeah.
Put
'Cause we got
put two of
Punk,
the
Edge,
put 2 of the
Kofi.
guys from that team on there.
So we got Edge, Punk, Kofi, Kenny, who I don't think is here tonight, or I'm just overlooking.
Cody.
Are you not Kenny? Oh yeah, Cody and Kenny I guess can't work this Friday because it's AEW Friday.
Ooh.
Whatever that means, I guess pay-per-view wise. And now like an Alley or Mr. We can't get Mr. Anderson tonight, and he's a part of the Aces and Eights. I guess he'll just show up next week or whatever. So, we'll do.
You can do the Chris Benoit thing where it says his family's sick. They can't make the show.
Edge and Shane Thorne. You like maybe this will be a good push for Shane Thorne. What are you guys feeling? Shane Thorne, EC3.
I feel like Shane Thorne would be a nice one to throw at the very end of this group.
Yeah.
Because that would be a nice push for him, and it'd give somebody that isn't way above Wes Briscoe and Bischoff.
Yeah, he could clean up some of the jobber ones essentially.
Yeah.
So we'll kick off the show. We'll have something small. We'll have Punk just go and beat up like our boy Kevin Matthews. Seems like a fun little match for him. Hey, thanks for the follow, buddy. Follow ba.
I wish you had Disco Inferno in your roster.
Then we'll tease it a little bit right now. We'll have Bully Ray show up, and he'll be talking to Brooke Teschmacher. Right before good old Woman's match. We'll do what? Probably like Diamante. I can't wait till we do. Dude, we'll get to do like LAX versus Dude, that's gonna be the thing. I could bring in all of LAX. We could just have a giant gang war, Aces and Eights and LAX. Old school and no school LAX. You have Santana, Ortiz, Homicide, Hernandez, Godin, Diamante. Be great. Good stuff. We'll do Diamante and we'll do Madison Rain.
I honestly forgot to say.
Huh? You forgot about Diamante?
Is she still an Impact?
That's a very good question. I don't think so, friend. So,
I don't feel like it either.
What? They lost.
I feel like I would.
They lost Ortiz and Santana. They lost everybody. Out of that's why.
mm-hmm. Next up, we'll do a tag team match. We'll have Leo Kruger and Spud team up. I think that'll be a fun little team. Leo Kruger in this save has been known for he was the bear tamer. He had a bear, and the bear wrestled like 2 matches. It was called Terrible Ted. This is a real bear in the save. What happened was the bear got written off because AJ Styles, who had lost to the bear before, then beat the bear, by doing
Oh,
Styles Clash on it.
She's in AEW now.
Diamante?
Diamante. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I was about to say I was looking at that also. She left about a year ago.
Is this new? Like, just
No,
recently?
she was
Early
on
January.
Dark in January.
Oh, well, that might have just been like a one-off, though. I don't know
Yeah,
if
it looks like it is.
really
Yeah, I don't know.
counts. We'll do, who are
Okay,
we-
that or she's just sitting backstage doing nothing.
Oh, the Decay. I forgot. Now they can
Which-
start showing up doing things again, so they'll actually
Which I don't
beat
know if
him.
I would be surprised if, like, they do just have people sitting around doing nothing in AEW, so.
Rosemary. There we go. Dude, we got the Decay going back now because they all can show up on TV. That's great. Let's do a big match here, big money match. We'll do Kofi. I'll have him take on Kofi and Steve Corino. You think that could be a good match?
In their primes, I think so.
Well, this is for the Immortals, so it's the prime. Don't pay attention to the Steve Corino picture. I just aged him a bit because
That's a cool look, anyway.
I feel like here's how I book War of the Immortals. If I'm booking WCW like that, I want to do it like if I bring in someone like Punk, then he's really young looking. He's not
He looks like he wants to make some food, be on the food channel.
yeah, he's like Guy Ferrari in this. I want him to look like how he would look at that time period. So I wouldn't bring in someone like Darby Allin to WCW unless I was like 5 years into the WCW and War of the Immortals or something. It's like, okay, everyone's aged and whatnot. So Kofi goes over Steve Corino because of course he does, and we got to remove Steve Corino off of announcing. There we go. At an angle, we'll do a small little thing with Desmond Xavier comes across Killer Cross tonight. And we'll do do a small little match. I don't know what match I want to do. What's a good throwaway match? I guess Eli Drake can beat somebody tonight. I like Eli Drake. Have him beat up one of the Chris brothers. Eli Drake. Dummy, yeah.
Jumi, yeah.
And then Eli Drake gets attacked by like Dave and Jake Crest.
Gonna do any special matches tonight? Any special type matches?
Yeah, why not? We can do
Let's do something weird, yeah. Special type.
do something funky.
Yeah. A little like, whoa, I can't believe I tuned into Impact. This is some
I mean,
crazy
I
shit.
think Aces and Eights returning is gonna be funky. We have Edge and Shane Thorne. That's another thing with TW 2020 on the horizon. I know we'll get cinematic matches and all that, but I really want somebody to go through and just make a master save or a master thing of like, I only book freestyle angles anymore, so that's like that's the thing. Like some angle packs are really good because they actually like write it all out, and it's like it's like a whole paragraph of something that happened. That's why I really enjoyed EWR. It detailed the whole match, spots and everything. But now I just use freestyle angle because I'd just be like, okay, I would rate this person on their menace skills and whatnot.
Yeah.
With matches though, I want like a master match pack, so I can be like, oh shoot, we can do a barbed wire steel cage inferno match or something crazy,
Yeah, with aliens.
with aliens on the side of the ring, and they have druid aliens with the Kennel from Hell like dogs. So
Yeah.
so this will be a
a good
one-on-one
match
match here, and I guess maybe last man standing between Shane Thorne and Edge.
That's different.
I don't know if I can do a stretcher match or something.
I don't know.
Last man standing it is. Edge will beat Shane Thorne.
Not even a pay-per-view.
It's not even. Not even a pay-per-view. Look at this. This is giving him.
No,
I mean, it's not for the title. He's not gonna
supposed
put
to
the
be
title on the
fun.
line. I
It's
mean,
supposed
should
to be
he?
like, whoa,
Should
free
he?
TV's
I was
wild.
Just for the heck of it?
I was throwing in my WCW 2000 reference.
Oh,
I was from Ready to.
At Angle. It's time for it.
Jimmy King loses the world title at Nitro. They're like, it's not even a paper.
Edge and Shane Thorne are gonna get attacked after the brutal match.
I always use that line anytime something happens. To this day, anytime something happens on regular TV wrestling, I go, it's not even a paper.
Brother Devon, Doc, D'Lo, D'Lo. We
they
got.
say that when the Street Profits won their titles
Nux.
on Raw.
All right, we got a big decision now. Wes Briscoe or Garrett Bischoff? Who will be the last person in this?
Is D'Lo still wrestling at this time? Is D'Lo able to wrestle?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's
Okay,
ready
well,
as a
Immortals.
wrestler. Yeah,
Okay, well then,
he's gonna
let's go
wrestle.
with Wes Briscoe.
Why did that decide? Why did D'Lo? Why was he the deciding factor? If
Because I would have picked them both if D'Lo couldn't wrestle.
Whoa.
I would have kicked D'Lo out in favor of both of them.
let's do
Can't
generic
kick D'Lo
Ontario.
out.
There's our show.
Sinful, bro.
Nathan Wallace is saying Wes Briscoe also picked the right choice. No rope exploding barbed wire cage massacre match.
Can I say that I really love the Spud Leo Kruger tag team?
I do too, actually. Yeah, I was like, this could work wonders. Hopefully. So Shane Thorne looked lost out there. He's like, "What's going on here, Edge? I just want."
No,
Just
I
wanna
actually have a
fight.
really good idea for them. Actually, after we're done with
How is this a good match? I'm so confused on this one. Actually, I was not expecting Punk
Who's
and
he?
Kevin Thorne to pull out a good match.
Even Punk did a 70.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Punk
KM
carried
didn't have
the
a good match. Punk did.
Of course, the females match and a terrible match. Diamante defeated Madison Rain. Swanton Bomb. Okay. Kruger and Spud had a little segment. He's like, "Oh man," he's got like the lollipop in his mouth. He's like, you know,
Oh no,
we're gonna pull some Joe Exotic stuff here. He's like,
I
Spud.
had a better idea for that.
He's like, Spud. I'm used to taming animals. He's gonna pull a Tiger King. He's gonna try to seduce him, you know.
Spud's like, I like animals too.
He's like,
He's like, not that kind of animal.
He's like,
oh.
he's like, after we win our match, you know, I'll take you to the GW Zoo and we'll go and we'll pet the tigers. He was the Bear King. The Decay defeats Spud and Leo Kruger. Black Hole Slam, and then Rosemary joins them, and they're like spitting mist into each other's faces and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
Because that's their thing. You never see them do that.
That's
No,
your
but
favorite
that's
thing.
gross.
Say hi to each other.
That's
Don't
what they
do
say
that.
hi. They're like, hi. They just like
They're gonna
yeah,
hurt each
spit
other.
right there. Steve Corino, Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston defeats Steve Corino with cool runnings. Is that actually the name of his finisher? There's Xavier Killer Cross had a bad segment, as I would imagine, because it's going to cool down the crowd massively before the craziness in the main event. Eli Drake defeats Jake Chris with blunt force, and then he gets beat up. By the way, have you guys seen there? That's what I'm talking about. You got to cool down the crowd a lot, and then boom, just hit him with that last man standing match. I mean, Edge did a 90 and Shane Thorne did a 34, so we can check out the dirty sheets, see.
Your performance really stood out, Edge.
Edge held back though. Shane Thorne held back. Shane Thorne is penalized for inconsistency, and announce quality is low because we have like Josh Matthews and Steve Corino on there.
Why did he hold back? That's so
Because we
stupid.
didn't have to go all out. We didn't
Yeah.
have to go all
I
out.
never have him go all out because I've had really bad luck with. So I know like when we've played with Mia, she's always done go all out with.
I only do
herself.
it with people who I know who can do it.
Well, I'm always worried that they're gonna get injured.
Oh, Lenny does it with
You're
every
right,
single
I'm-
match.
Well, no,
I'm
like
ready
no,
for it.
I'll do it for because I usually book like the year 2000 whatnot. I've done it a lot with during my feud with Benoit and Angle.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mike Awesome.
And that's probably how
Those
you pull out
two-
the hundreds, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how that's how you're hitting A's and B's literally every freaking match.
I
You
just
get
get
Mike
worried they're
Awesome
gonna
to all
get
out?
injured so much because like I'm such a protect. I really like to protect my workers. So, I mean, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, we gotta clean up the backstage. We gotta make sure the dudes aren't wrestling in like 10 million companies where they're gonna get injured and then I'm out of luck. Because as good as it is to get experience from other companies, it also sucks when dude gets
We
injured.
might need to start handing out some written contracts.
I cannot, because I am a regional company in Canada, my friend.
Oh, no.
And the show ends with, after Edge and Shane Thorne's grueling match, Edge's speared Shane Thorne, and Shane Thorne couldn't get up to the count of 10, out comes a bunch of masked men, and they start beating the crap out of Edge, and then Shane Thorne looks confused because he's trying to crawl to the ropes, and then out comes Bully Ray, and he looks like or not Bully Ray, sorry, out comes brother Devon, and he looks like he's gonna save him, and everyone's like, Devon, because everyone knows right off the bat, Bully Ray is the guy who's a dick. Yeah, you're gonna hate him, you're gonna boo him. Yeah, his name's literally Bully Ray, but they're like, dude, Devon, everybody loves Devon, and then Devon does that little thing where he makes a cross and just boom. I don't know. I feel like he just clothesline him or something, and everybody
drops him with a shoulder block.
And then Bully Ray said, he comes out and he does his little catchphrase. He's like, "Do you know who I am?" Is that what he says?
Yeah. Do you know who I am?
Yeah, he says something like that.
Did they get the tables? Or did they tease the tables?
They tease the tables.
Their heels.
And he's
he's
like, Devon. And then everyone stops, and he's like, "We're not getting the tables tonight." And then they just continue beating up Edge, and he's got his like little not brass knuckles. He's got the chain from around his neck in the picture. He's just beating the crap out of Edge. And Edge just like, stop. And then Bully picks him up, and then he just bubble bombs him, And then everyone's all sad because they're like, "Oh my gosh, Edge, he took a neck bump, so that clearly means he's dead." Because that's how wrestling fans are. So Edge is a very interesting wrestler. I feel like wrestling fans, they're like, "We love Edge," and then they see him take one neck bump, they're like, "No, Edge, no." It's like Daniel Bryan after his concussions. He takes one head bump, and they're like, "No."
Yeah, but then WWE's changed that for Daniel Bryan because every story is, "Oh, my neck,
my neck, my head, my brain."
Same thing they did with Seth Rollins. Like at first you're like, "Oh, Seth Rollins' leg probably is."
No,
yeah,
leg problem. Literally for after he came back from that leg injury, literally for the following, like about a year to 2 years. Every match would involve a spot where his leg's not doing well.
And
at first it made sense because he just came back, but then you'd be like, dude, it's like a year or two later. Like, calm down.
If your leg's not good now, then you might need to retire.
Think they signed Allie to a written? No, they don't. Steve Corino loves Sami Callihan. The Bunny to stay with AEW. Is she really named the Bunny in there?
Yeah. She has the bunny ears and everything. You haven't seen her?
Oh, Dark Alley. Oh, yeah, we could do that eventually, actually. The Bunny. I forgot that was even a thing we can do. So, one of my favorite things, it was a goofy thing, was back in the day before Su Yung existed. We did Dark Bailey. And this is before Dark Alley. We did Dark Bailey, and we had Bailey the happy-go-lucky. Rosemary turned her, and Rosemary, was like, I've always hated you because you're my sister, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, Bailey and Rosemary are sisters. And then I think they kind of do the same thing, like where Allie's kind of like her sister. Not really, but do you guys remember that really good wedding with Braxton Sutter and Allie and Mike Kanelli?
That was one of the best
amazing
weddings in wrestling.
That was amazing. I'm really sad because I think that was the last time we honestly saw a lot of them.
A lot of them, because that was unfortunately right before WWE recently had their Black Day. And this was for Impact, their Black Day, because they would lose the Bennetts. They lost. Who else did they lose? They lost the Hardys.
I feel like they lost McIntyre also, or Galloway.
They lost McIntyre. They lost like a bunch.
They
lost EC3.
The day they lost EC3 was a big one, because I remember a bunch of people left too, I think.
Soon after they lost Spud.
Well, no, because there was like it was like a domino effect. It seemed like because that was during that time where we were going live every day because it was like, oh well, this person's leaving.
I know. I was just like, hey, Chris, guess what? He's
Because
like, what? He's like, who's
it was
gone?
right
I'm
between
like,
when Billy was leaving when Billy was like getting ousted out, and everyone's like, you know what? No, I only really wanted to be here because Billy was here.
Yeah, they're like, I'm only here because I'm a big Smashing Pumpkins fan. What is wrestling? I don't even know what that is.
What is wrestling?
where's Billy Corgan at? Billy Corgan, he's nowheres. Uncle Billy. Very negative influence. I don't see. That's the one thing I don't understand about some of these things. Maybe it's to make it like a challenge, but
It's
I'm trying
because
to
he's
figure out
considered a douchebag to, like,
why.
I don't know, like, media. I don't know, because he's a Trump supporter and he's got strong opinions.
This was another thing recently. So, Ryan, who's your favorite Flair?
Favorite Flair?
Yeah, out of all the Flairs.
David.
Okay, so you're wrong. It's Reed
Thank
Flair. The one problem though is that we were playing a save with WWE, I think NXT, or no, it might have just been WWE Universe or whatever, and we were pushing Reed Flair, and like Charlotte was gonna bring in her family, and it was gonna be her, David, and Reed. They were gonna be a faction, and then eventually Rick was gonna come in. The problem was we pushed Reed Flair, we put him in all these segments. His big match debut is gonna be the Rumble, and he's gonna be one of the final four. And he shows up, he does cocaine, he does meth, he
Sounds
gets
about
drunk, he's smoking cigarettes in the middle of the ring. He does everything horribly wrong you could do in your debut match. And we're just like,
You're like,
So-
damn, he's a partier.
I
How
know.
much? You want a bonus?
Yeah, this. Dang. If we really wanted to keep it alive, we could have. We could have just been like, oh, we bumped up the title prestige with that match. It's pretty good. Make him John Moxley Reed. Who, Reed Flair or John Moxley? I'm confused on that reference.
I think he wants Reed to be like John Moxley's son or something.
Or like a John Moxley character.
Or
Yeah.
does he want John Moxley to be Reed Moxley?
Or Moxley to be a part of the Flair dynasty.
Dude, does he want Moxley to start wearing robes?
Reed
and-
Flair.
Daddy, you're drunk. I support.
We can bring him. He's in this save too. Twisted Sand. That's such a cool name
Yeah.
too.
Who's Twisted Sam?
That's Sandman's son, Twisted Sand.
Yeah. the
No,
one
Sandman's
supports Raven
no,
now.
his little kid son.
Yeah,
Yes.
the one. Yeah, during that
Wrestler
storyline,
now.
he grew up to be a wrestler, and he's in War of the Immortals. I'll show you them.
What a kid.
There are some people missing here, like Colby Carino, the Rock's daughter. Dude, I'm trying to get Jan S to put David Benoit in here. So
Yeah. You gotta feel bad about Twisted Sand or whatever because like he peaked when he was like a little kid and he's never gonna be that good again.
that's
It's like one of those
crazy.
child-
Over ever again.
That's crazy.
It's like-
Like, think about it.
like Hulk
Like
Hogan, dude.
at the age
He'll
of
never be
7,
more
he
over than he
participated in a
was.
feud between Sandman and Raven. That's crazy. Like
Age is 7, you peaked, and then you're like, I'm still gonna be a wrestler, and everyone's like, no, 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 don't do it.
you're like, don't do it.
You have a
Alright.
legacy.
Kind of like
This is my legacy.
who, honestly, Nicholas might have peaked at age 10.
Oh, we don't know that yet. We just know for a fact Twisted Sand has.
Nicholas will probably end up officiating for WWE one day, like his father.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but maybe.
He wants to be a referee when he's already tag team champion. 'Cause
maybe
I don't think there's many
old-ass-
people that can say that though. Think about it. Like how many referees are former champions within the company?
Exactly, that's the best part.
Because like
It's
Drake Younger's different because he was like doing CZW stuff. Yeah, but he never
he's
went
only a
through
referee because
NXT.
He can't take any more bumps.
Oh shit. What's that referee's name? Tim White or whatever.
Yeah, lunchtime suicide
He sh-
special.
He should be the 24/7 champion in real life.
Kazuchika Okada. Let's see.
That would be awesome.
Rival offers. Oh, New Japan's taking him down to a paper. He was written, but now they're going to paper.
Sign him.
Dude, you know what time it is?
It's time to sign him.
Oh God, don't die. Oh, dude.
They're not re-signing him.
They're signing him. They're giving him a downgrade contract. He was.
Yeah, we
he's
gotta
the
get
main eventer.
Okato in there.
He was written as a main eventer, but now they're only going to get him as a paper appearance. So
Well, how big's their company right now?
Yeah, make him wear the mask.
yeah, I'll make him.
Nobody cared who I was till I wore the mask.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna put on Okato.
Let's see who's in New Japan right now.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who's in New Japan?
New Japan. If I can find it.
Right.
Booker, Tatsumi Fujinami, no figurehead, cult-sized company, so they can hire Britons, but I guess they're just downsizing. They got the TV show. Inoki's the owner. All right, Best of the Super Juniors was won by Kenny Omega. That's our dude. Jushinanda Liger won the G1 Climax. Hey. IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Hey,
Tatsumi Fujinami, Intercontinental Champion.
everyone loves that guy.
Hiromi Takahashi, Junior
Oh,
Heavyweight.
yeah.
Bushi and Norio Hanaga. I don't know who Hanaga is. Do you know who that is?
I don't. Let me look him up real quick. Who is he?
Japanese professional wrestler and referee. Debuted in New Japan in 1980.
Yeah, that's why he doesn't know who he is.
He's old.
In
Yeah, he
1990, he
retired in
became a referee.
1998.
I wonder if he's still a referee for them. IWGP Never Openweight Champion, Hiroki Goto. New Japan Cup was won by Shinya Hashimoto. They have not done this yet for the Super Junior Tag Tournament. IWGP Tag Team Champions are Kengo Kimura and Kaneki Kobayashi. United States Champions, Geto.
Nice.
Openweights, the six-man Shinsuke Knox, Naito, and Kobayashi again. World Tag League has not been decided yet. So, pretty good. So, yeah, I guess they're just downsizing there. Who was it? Someone said CWF Mid-Atlantic. Is Mid-Atlantic here? Mid-South. I see Mid-South. I don't see...
Mid-South it is.
I was talking about there. Lucha Underground. So, this is another thing where I wouldn't be opposed to in
Pacific
Lucha.
Northwest.
Is that Lucha... Actually, Lucha might be dead. Let me see. Status inactive. Yeah, Lucha's dead already. This kind of sucks. They died within a month in the game. Wow, how they pull that one off? They actually have the medallions. Like, they have each individual medallion, which is pretty cool. So that'd be a cool thing to do. You know, building up to the Gift of the Gods Championship. I always thought that was a really cool concept. So... MLW's dead already? Or no, it hasn't. It starts off dead already. Then, like, NXT UK.
So do those companies join the game later on?
There's some that join the game later on, but mostly they think start off dead just because, in terms of Worthy Immortals, they don't have enough name factor to stay in the game. I feel like one like Florida, like FCW would. But I guess most of the people are in NXT. That's the problem, or they're in just other
New Blood
companies.
Rising.
New Blood Rising does. It died last month actually. It does start up in the beginning of the game.
Unfortunate.
It's just all the WCW 2001 people.
Yeah,
Yeah, Kenny Omega's ended the last month of his contract.
they died though. That's not
I
good.
think I'll end up re-signing him honestly. I feel like I need a Mr. Omega for that feud. So we'll see how that kind of pans out there.
What's his popularity in this game? Is he as big as he is now, or is he like not as good?
Not. He is not, sadly. So let's see what he's at. Have Impact, buy Lucha Underground and MLW. I wish you could buy companies that are already dead. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess I can buy their... I wish you could buy their events, essentially. Because I know you can do that when you buy them out, right? You
Yeah,
can
you
buy
can buy
their
their events, yes.
popularity and all that. But I think the only thing I can buy is their titles, right?
No, you
So
can
let's
buy their
see.
events. Pretty sure.
No, I'm talking about from the investment
Oh
screen. Yeah.
no, yeah,
Purchase
yeah.
title belts, and then if I go here to like Lucha Underground, yeah.
When you buy them, you can do
So
that. But yeah, you're right. You should buy the Lucha shit. Lucha shit's pretty cool.
it looks pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't really make
Gift of the
sense for
gods.
Omega. Doesn't really make sense for TNA though. Impact. Yamaha Cup. Anybody else interesting on here? Stardom.
Oh man, why start him in there?
Maybe that'll be a thing. I don't think that's a thing in TW 2020. Is to buy dead companies. That would be cool if that's a thing. Hey, TW 2024 guys. Just saying.
You could bring the MLW title in and then have like a little storyline with MLW versus TNA, their belts, and then unify them. That'd be kind of weird.
I just don't think they have enough name power though. Like it'd be different if it was like, all right, ROH comes in, they're on the last leg, and they're gonna fight against Impact, and
I
there's only gonna be
mean,
one winner.
did WWE try
MLW's
to do it with
good.
like the AWA or whatever, like in the '90s?
I don't know, dude. I
Yeah,
don't
they had
know
like
much
Jim
about that
Cornette.
time period.
Chris, didn't that happen?
What happened?
Where like Cornette like represented the AWA or something, and they try to do like a mini invasion and kind
Oh
of
yeah, they tried to do that, and it bombed badly because the people they tried to use as the new rockers, it
Mhm.
was Bart Gunn and Bob Holly.
Oh no.
Dude, Bart Gunn.
Bart Gunn's a star. He seems to be involved in all these things.
He's so underrated. Dude, they just hated him just because he was a good fighter.
He's like, dude, I beat all these people up IRL. Like, can you like give me a push? And they're like, no, you're gonna get beat up by another person that's actually a
Uh-oh.
boxer.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, this is just touring. Oh, that's not good. FMW wants Punk to tour? I don't want him to die. Calm down. Dragon Gate and FMW wants him to tour. RWF has foundings with Johnny Boyd in New Zealand. Angelo Poffo wants to live in Canada land. We're killing it in the regional battles. And Spud's getting contract extensions. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. What was I gonna check? Bart Gunn. I was gonna check Bart Gunn because I wanted to see. What other name did he go besides Bart Gunn?
Mike Barton.
Mike Barton. Is this him right here?
Look at it, bro. Look at.
Dude, that is him. Bart Gunn. Bart Gunn. Mike Barton. What happened to him after that?
Oh, you're right. It was the it was an NWA invasion. That's what it was.
The Smoking Guns.
All right.
He's WWF NG Intercontinental Tag Team Champion.
It wasn't the AWA. For some reason I thought it was the AWA.
WWF New Generation. Is he with? Who I think he's with? Oh, he's with Ahmed Johnson actually. Okay.
That's a really weird one.
Yokozuna. Wait a minute. Was he written? I didn't pay attention to that actually. I don't think he was. No, he's paper. Because that'd be a funny little thing of like the Brawl for All champion meets the Melee champion. And we could see if Shane Thorne can. You know how they had Bart. You know they had Bart Gunn take on not Yokozuna. Butterbean, yeah.
Butterbean.
So Butterbean just knocks him out in like 3 seconds. Then Shane Thorne challenges Bart Gunn, and Bart
Bart
Gunn knocks
Gunn?
him out in 3 seconds. He was
Oh,
like, "What are you,
no,
kid?"
don't do that.
Boom. Yeah. Just derails him instantly. If just everything, credibility, Bush. Just tributes for Joe Both. He died in a freak
Yeah.
guardian accident. Oh my gosh.
That's another guy that like I think could have been huge was Ahmed Johnson.
Alex Payne.
Because it's like they wanted to give him a push, it
Right.
seemed, and then they were kind of like they fucked off a little while in. They're like, yeah, no, I don't know.
MMA defeat for Mitsuhiro Masunoga. Hey, who's that guy that has the Fire Pro DLC, Ryan? Mr. Ryan?
Yeah.
Who's the guy that has the Fire Pro DLC honored? He has 2 DLCs in honor of him.
Oh, Yoshino something. I can't remember who it was. Yoshino.
Yoshihiko.
Takahama?
You know Yoshihiko has a sister? You're right. That inflatable doll has a sister.
Oh. Did you look at that?
Oh yeah, oh dude, you should hire it.
Consistency and safety is 100. Stamina's 100.
Chain wrestling's 1 now, so
Selling's 52. How does that
Charisma's
work?
31.
Resiliency 70. Charisma's 31. What? Star quality. Sex appeal
You
0.
think the selling would be like pretty decent, yeah? I mean, you hit a move on it, it's not gonna fucking move. Like it looks hurt. It's not moving.
Yoshino Takayama. Because I know it was the Takayama DLC. I just didn't know his first name. Yoshino Takayama. He's not in here. Let's do him by a different name. Yoshihiro Takayama. There he is. There he is. Dude, now I remember him. I just had to see that face, and I'm like, yup. Takayama.
Is Razor Ramon hard gay in this?
Yeah, actually, there's an RG and an HG.
Oh yeah, real gay and hard gay. Dude, Hustle's in this?
Dude, let me show you
Hustle.
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 Let me show you
Yeah.
Hustle, okay? Hustle's
wild.
crazy. We got Achichi, Atoki no Inoki. We got Detective Alan Kuroki, Fake HG,
Yeah, hard gay.
Generalissimo Takada.
Oh, he runs the runs the
He's-
company.
He's crazy.
Do you know he helped he's the figurehead of Pride, which UFC bought like years ago.
Is he the one that dresses up as Trump, by the way? Because there's one of these guys who does a Trump impression, and it's hilarious.
I actually don't know.
Kahari, Army Director number 2. Kenta Man. Who's that guy, Masa? Is he, you think he's in this?
Oh,
Monster Bono?
dude, Monster
Aki
Bono.
Bono? Aki
Yeah.
Bono? What?
Yes, he's I told you Muda got that chick pregnant and they had a baby. That was Akibono. He was in an egg.
What in the world?
Yeah. That's the mom. Is that chick.
Yan Yin Ling?
Yeah.
Crazy.
She died because Akibono killed her. In the storyline.
Imagine if Takayama faced Shinsuke Nakayama. Oh, Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels in a fatal 4-way in the main event match of WrestleMania 20. What will happen? Chaos. I don't think it will just be chaos. I think it'll be a really stiff match because you'd have Takayama and Nakamura knocking the crap out of each other, and you have Shawn Michaels and Triple H knocking the heck out of each other. And then they would team up, and you'd have Takayama and Nakamura knocking the heck out of Triple H and Shawn Michaels, who then would return the favor, and ultimately Triple H wins.
It's actually
Because
one
of
of the
course he
only
does.
mods. It's one of the only mods I've seen that actually has hustle.
No, I feel like every mod has hustle.
No. I was like
Really?
playing 2004 and I couldn't find Hustle. I tried
What?
2005 and 6, couldn't find Hustle.
There's one of these I wanted to see. Oh man, it's gonna drive me crazy. I can't find it now.
I'm
Oh,
sure there are mods that have it. I couldn't find it when I was looking for it because I was like, I really want to.
some of the people you find in this database just you're like, wow. Like some of these are just crazy. I think if we can write out the aces and eights, I would enjoy having the clowns. Do you guys remember when the clowns were a part of Impact for a short bit?
I do.
But they had the midget one. They had the small one. They didn't have any of the crazy big named ones. They had some other ones. Puma King.
You should make a midget faction.
What are the? Are they just juniors? No, these are a different thing. Professor Nicodemus. What a name. Chikara dude here. L. If we go in the L's, we're gonna see a bunch of them. Psych. Oh, what's psych? I think if I just put in mini, actually, they'll show up. Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking if they'd be in the L's, but they're in the minis. Mini murder
Because
clown.
of like El
Mini
Torito, probably.
Is there a mini psycho clown? I thought there was a mini psycho clown. I honestly want to go and watch some like. I want to watch like the mini psycho circus for some reason now. Dude, they just run roughshod and they feud with aces and eights. That'd be one heck of a story. Alright. Let's see what we got rolling here. Storyline between Leon Spinks and William Peary. Say Nakamura will block the attempt to pedigree in Triple H and trap Triple H in a triangle armbar to win. Dude, Triple H ain't tapping out to nobody. Come on. We know that. It's got to be like really somebody worthy.
It's happening.
Bully Ray and CM Punk, will you guys be friends? They're best friends now. Wow. Diamante is my only negative influence right now. Let's do Ontario. Let's do... Can I see... I don't think I can check my coverage. No, not coverage. Size, that's what I want to see. 36, need 47. It's gonna take a bit. It just takes forever for stuff like that, dude. To get the importance and popularity. So, this is the go home show right before the pay per view. How do you guys want to book it? How do you guys want to do this? You guys got any good ideas?
As it pertains to the pay-per-view?
Yep, it's right before the pay-per-view. We have the pay-per-view right after this. And everybody can work except for Mr. Anderson.
Done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out. I have to work tomorrow morning, but it was fun playing with you guys. And let me know when you're gonna do it next, and I'll come and join.
No problem. We'll see you around, buddy.
See you guys.
Until 2020. So we have everybody except for Mr. Anderson. Every single person on the roster. Even Kenny and Cody and all the AEW peoples. So
So we should definitely like at least have an idea of what the card for the pay-per-view is going to look like then.
I'm thinking we go all out. I mean, in TNA fashion, we have Killer Cross take on like Wes Briscoe or something. Brooke defends her Knockouts title against like Rosemary or Su Yung. I think it's Su Yung because Su Yung got the win. Someone like that. Maybe Rosemary because of the decay push. Edge defends it against Punk, but then I feel like Bully Ray gets involved somehow.
Maybe a triple threat.
Yeah, Bully gets his way into a triple threat. World Tag Team, OVE versus Nux and Doc, or D'Lo and Brother Devon or someone.
That'd be weird.
So I don't know. X Division. Maybe that's where you put Garrett Bischoff. So
Can we have someone get like thrown off the stage? I
yeah.
think something
So if somebody would take
crazy
the
needs
bump,
to
yeah.
happen. Yeah, somebody crazy has to do something like
So let's start off the
something has to
show.
happen this show.
We'll have this show. We have the go home. It's the same. So like this show happens, and then after this show, you're like, oh, I can order the pay-per-view that's pre-taped because it's wrestling. Yeah, Bully Ray, Brother
I told him
Devon,
it's pre-taped. Damn.
D'Lo,
feel like you passed D'Lo.
D'Lo, Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff, Nux, and Brooke. Bum bum bum. Dude, I love the Aces and Eights theme song. They have a pretty good theme song too. Bully Ray just comes
shit.
out. He's like, "Do you know who I am? No, really. Do you know who I am? I'm Bully Ray." We're gonna
I
have
know who you are.
Doc tonight. Just go and just obliterate somebody.
Gonna kill Moose.
He's gonna kill Moose, dude. He's gonna just destroy Moose. It's just gonna be the Aces and Eights takeover show. They just destroy people one by one. All right. Good night, Sagawa. I think we'll have after that. Doc will then attack Steve Carino at the commentary table. Entertainment.
Not Steve Carino.
Dude, he's just gonna throw him over the commentary table and just beat him up. After that, we'll do another one-on-one. We'll have Laurel Van Ness lose to like Rosemary.
No one's gonna like try to help Steve Carino. They're just like, fuck you.
No, because it's too late. It's after his match. They're not gonna have enough time to respond to a beatdown. They're gonna be like, "Oh shoot!" They're gonna have.
But they're not even gonna come to his aid and like help him up.
I mean, if you want, who do you want to help him? You
I
mean
don't know. It's just like somebody that's like a baby face like picks up Steve Carino and helps him back to the commentary team at table after that dude flees. You know, and then he's like, "Wow, what a dick."
Shane Thorne. Everybody loves Shane Thorne, right?
Yeah, Shane Thorne's a nice guy. He would help a guy up. You know, what do they always say at those concerts? If someone falls down, pick him the fuck back up.
Gotta pick him back up. Gotta pick him back up.
Mullins, you ever been to a concert
What's up?
where people are getting knocked down and they stop the show and they're like, if someone falls, you gotta pick him the fuck back up.
Gotta pick him up.
Okay. D'Lo Brown or Nux? Who's gonna beat Killer Cross and become Impact Grand Champion tonight?
D'Lo Brown.
I feel like D'Lo because then Nux and Doc would be a better team.
Yeah,
So
I like that idea better.
D'Lo is
Yeah.
Impact Grand Champion, dude. Could you imagine it?
He deserves it.
He does
You
deserve
deserve
it.
it.
Bop, 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 bop. And then after that match, D'Lo's like celebrating like really crazy.
D'Lo
freaking
hurt
out.
one dude and people act like he like 50 man.
Yeah, here's one dude and everyone's like, we don't know, dude.
Everyone's like, I don't know if he's safe. It's like, dude, he's been wrestling for years and he's hurt one guy seriously. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not that big of a deal.
There's gonna be entertainment on them.
Owen Hart nearly paralyzed Steve Austin. Everyone loves him.
Have a throwaway match with Garrett Bischoff and Wes Briscoe, and they're gonna get to defeat everyone's favorite jobber tag team, Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid.
New Jack almost killed 3 people, and there's people that still like New Jack and hire him.
Garza Jr. does not want to put over Garrett Bischoff. Just think about that. After that match, we'll do a big match just to like freak out some people. They'll be like, "Oh my gosh!" We'll do Abyss taking on who is she gonna take on tonight?
Leo Kruger.
Yeah, because last week he took on the tag team, so I feel like Abyss is gonna win this one though.
Yeah, I agree.
And then after the match, the Spud's gonna check up on Leo Kruger to make sure he's okay. But then as
like
he's
a bromance?
but then as he's doing that, guess what?
Crazy Steve.
Crazy Steve's gonna come out and he's gonna spray some mist at him.
What an asshole.
What a masshole. Five minutes there. Leo Kruger wants to work without a script. You know it. You know it. Time for the main event. Of course, it's going to be like, oh shoot, actually, you know what? We could do something like this. We're going to do this, dude.
Tag team.
Why is table hardcore based? That is my problem, by the way. Because
table and other mods is not hardcore based.
Because the style here will murder the rating of the match. So, but it's going to be CM Punk and Kofi taking on the Dudley Boys. And guess what? I want them to go all... No, they're not going to go all out because it's what it was saved for the pay-per-view for people to go all out. Matthew, what's going on, buddy? We'll do Bully Ray wins, because of course he does, storytelling. Sadly, we'll make sure Kofi actually takes the, eats the pin.
Oh, that's sad.
He's got to.
I know.
And then after that match, we're gonna have the big tease here where Bully Ray, Brother Devon, Nux,
Brooke
and Doc, they get into it with Edge,
Oh, okay.
CM Punk,
Thorne.
Kofi,
Oh, Kofi, yeah.
and then Cody's gonna come out.
Well, that's badass.
Yeah, now we're just gonna get into it. That's how we end a good show.
10 minutes, you can't do that.
Yeah, we can't. A brawl for 10 minutes? Knock each other out? Yeah, of course.
Can't do that.
Okay. What are we gonna do? 2-minute commercial break and then 30-second ad for Big Red Gum? Like, kicking off the show here, we got the Aces and Eights, Bully Ray, Devon, Doc, D'Lo, Wes Briscoe, Garrett Bischoff, Nux, Brooke Tessmacher, everybody except for Mr. Anderson, because he'll come in eventually. Bully Ray's like, do you know who I am? He's out there taunting, talking trash, saying that he's going to work his way into becoming the number one contender, not CM Punk. He will beat Edge, and he will prove why he is the face of Impact Wrestling, and Aces and Eights is running this place now. Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff looked utterly lost out there. Doc defeated Moose, and then he beats up Steve Corino, and Shane Thorne's like, you dude, you okay, you okay? Rosemary defeats Laurel Van Ness, and then they all spit in each other's mouths. We have D'Lo defeat Killer Cross and win the Impact Grand Championship. He's like, I did it, and then they're all celebrating. They're like, you did it, D'Lo, yeah. Aces and Eights defeats Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid. And then Abyss and Leo Kruger, which then leads to Spud, caressing Leo Kruger, be like, are you okay? And then Crazy Steve pops out and he's like, you get some mist in your face too. And then Rosemary's like, more mist in your face, And then the main event, we have the Dudley Boys defeat CM Punk and Kofi, and then just utter chaos with the brawl at the end. So,
What's the rating?
was it 60? Plus 18 regions. Wes Briscoe and Garrett Bischoff for Hughes too much. At Nordholm, Impact Wrestling. It's time. Ground Zero. On the GWN,
Mullen's coming back?
he might have passed out or crashed, one of the
Oh.
two. But this is the wrap up here,
Fuck off.
essentially. Yeah, this is the wrap up here. And then that's it. That's it for TW 2016 streams and content. I mean, we only wait till Thursday, and then, you know, because I got some Fire Pro stuff coming out in between then, so hope you guys enjoyed that. I had to get the money's worth for all the DLC. It was a big investment. Yeah, Fire Pro. It's like Paradox games sometimes, like with Holy and Europa. Like, it can be pretty costly with how much you're willing to put in for more content, essentially, which gives them making more content. So hey, it's time for Ground Zero. We're gonna kick off the show, and Bully Ray is gonna finagle his way into a match with Edge and CM Punk. Boom. Generic event, Ontario.
Oh, you're actually booking this?
Huh? Yeah. What do you think I was
You're
gonna do?
just teasing it. I thought you were just gonna go to bed and be like,
No,
Hey,
we're gonna do Ground Zero, and that's how it ends. We end on Ground Zero. Kicking off the show, though, we're gonna have Desmond Xavier take on Garrett Bischoff. And Garrett Bischoff will win the X Division Championship. Following that, we're going to have 2v2v2v2. We're going to have a ladder match at Ground Zero. We're going to have the team of the Bromans. We're going to have the team of OVE, LAX, and so we're going to do Nux and Doc.
Poodle.
And we're going to get Doc and Nux to win this one. And then go after that, where Bully Ray's backstage with Brooke Teschmacher. And they're getting it on by talking. They're just talking. And then Brooke's gonna go on. Boom. This is literally a TNA pay-per-view where just one entire faction just goes ham and wins everything. I haven't actually done this before. Or I probably have in a while. I just can't remember if we have everybody go all out, if it'll destroy the crowd. So let's see. I'm very curious. We'll just have everyone go all out. Because it's pay-per-view time, dude. We'll do another 2v2 match. And this time, guess what? It's 2v2. But it's going to be a flag match. Or no. 2v2. Light tube, hardcore. We'll do 2v2 weapons. This is essentially a Monsters Ball match. It's going to be Spud and Leo Kruger taking on the Decay. Go all out. Any matches you want to see in particular on the card? Mr. Dane crashed also. That's all right. And we'll do, what else we got? We got D'Lo. I think we'll have him take on Shane Thorne tonight. Actually, no. D'Lo and Kofi will go at it tonight. Have a segment between the two of them, and then the match between the two of them. We got D'Lo, Kofi. Pat
I
Grand
think
Championship.
I was just checking on someone.
All out match. And then we'll do any matches you want to see in particular, by the way.
Who's left? Who isn't booked?
We'll do Cody Rhodes and Devon. I mean, we'll just do just all aces and eights win tonight. All out match.
What are ladder matches based on?
We'll do a small Wes Briscoe match. We'll have him beat the crap out of somebody. Eddie Kingston. I wonder if Eddie Kingston will be mad. No, he's not mad. He has to take the L.
Eddie Kingston's kind of cool.
Dude, just everybody already knows. They're like, oh shoot, which member of freaking of Aces and Eights is gonna win tonight? Just like this one won, this one, just every single one wins.
Oh, dude, people are gonna be really mad.
We'll have EC3 and Kenny Omega tonight. That'll be like the another big match. Good Omega and EC3. I need kind of like a cool down match. I think we'll do like Eli Drake and Killer Cross as a cool down match. We'll do EC3 wins because like EC3 all out match.
Spud's in a match, right?
Spud is in a match. Spud's in a Monsters Ball match.
Oh,
So,
okay.
him and come on, Kenny, don't do this to me.
You know
It's
what, I've
Decay
never
versus
actually-
Leo Kruger and Spud.
I've never actually seen a King of the Mountain match.
And then we'll do
It sounds stupid.
Drake.
Is it really stupid?
It
Or do you
yeah,
like
it kind of seems stupid. I mean, wrestling in itself can have some goofy stuff.
It
but
seems stupid in theory, but yet again, like it seems more realistic than a ladder match because it actually seems complicated.
yeah,
But it might be overly complicated for no reason. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You might be like, so why the hell are they hanging it up if they're taking the belt?
And then
Like-
the main event: Bully Ray, Edge, CM Punk. 18 minutes, world champion, Bully Ray, and all out match. Punk was very
Also-
unhappy.
How do I know they didn't eat and get sunlight before the Monsters Ball
Edge
match?
is furious. Protect.
Like, why don't they have footage of them not eating and in the dark room? I want to see that.
And then
I
we'll
want to
have
make sure.
Bully Ray celebrate at the very end.
He says, "You know who I
He
am."
says, if you don't know who I am, you just learned today.
You don't know, now you know.
Brooke, we got Garrett, we
the
got
big
Wes, we got Nux, we got Doc, and we got D'Lo.
When's the swerve, brother? Which one of these are getting kicked out next week?
Yeah, right. There's gonna be one that gets kicked out. At this rate, it looks like Mr. Anderson. We're not showing up. Here's our show kicking off. Bully Ray slides his way into the match with Edge and CM Punk. Because he says, I beat you, Punk. I put your friend Kofi on the shelf. He shouldn't even be here tonight. And Edge is like, you know what, Punk? I think Bully Ray should be in our match. I know we've been hyping up our one-on-one match for a while now, but this is it. We're going to take care of Bully Ray first, and then it's just us in the match. Garrett Bischoff, in the most awful match ever, defeats Tesman Xavier for the
Terrible.
Impact X Division title.
Terrible.
Crowd hates jobbers. Doc and Nux win the Impact World Tag Team titles.
That's good.
Bully Ray kisses on Brooke Tessmacher. Then we have Brooke Tessmacher defeat Rosemary.
Terrible.
We have the Decay defeat Leo Kruger and Spud in a weapons match, which is actually just a Monsters Ball match. So D'Lo and Kofi get into it, and then D'Lo puts Kofi on the shelf
Hell yeah.
with the lowdown. Wes Briscoe defeats Eddie Kingston, and then Devon defeats Cody Rhodes.
Hell yeah.
EC3 and Kenny Omega get into it before EC3 defeats Kenny Omega. And then Killer Cross defeats Eli Drake with the Cross jacket. And then the main event match where Bully Ray defeats CM Punk and Edge by defeating CM Punk with the Bubble Bomb to get the Impact World
Dude,
title.
you're wrong. Half the show was cooldown matches because they all suck.
I know, right? I should have just booked it normally. There's just nothing that really
Alright.
went all out.
Next.
That's it right there. It ends with Aces and Eights.
Okay.
Reign Supreme. Who should we give out hugs to? Final hugs.
Yeah.
Bully Ray.
Let's give one to
Steve
I don't know,
Carino.
Steve Carino.
He did good.
Let's give and Kurt let's Brooke had terrible. Let's yell at her and be like, you could do better.
We're not gonna yell at Brooke. We don't yell, dude. Come
Just
on.
tell her you could do better.
Give it a hug. Give him hugs.
Boo.
Actually, we don't want Bully to get mad at us for giving Brooke a hug. We'll give
Abyss.
We'll give Spud a hug. So
Well, he's a nice guy.
yeah.
He's trying.
He's
like, dude, I'm trying.
Oh, I thought you said he was trying. I was like, yeah, he's trying. He was in a Monsters Ball match. He had no idea what to do. He was just like,
Hey, it's like, dude, I'm trying. I don't know what this stipulation is, and I have to team up with Leo Kruger or whatever, and he wants to fuck me. So it's like, it's kind of distracting.
man, that's the final words out of your mouth before the end.
Yeah.
Well, what a great way to end it. And
Catalyst Mints.
it's been Catalyst Mints. They're not a thing anymore, by the way. It's been one heck of a journey, everybody, and we'll see you all for TEW 2020. Till then, everyone, keep it safe.